right now. How everything was handled. The internet has been so savage. Everybody is so quick to judge. Everybody is just have something negative to say. No one is thinking that it's innocent. Everyone is, casting the blame and just leaving everything without any proper proof. Because none of us have any proof that any of the things that, they're saying went down, went down. Everybody have their own stories to tell. That's her story. She's been with him for over 14 years. And that's her story. She's telling that story, and then everybody's jumping on. Feel a lot of like, I sense a lot of like, hate, and jealousy, grudge, all of this thing coming from all these different stories, all these different people coming up with all these lawsuits and stuff like that. For me, I believe in innocent before proven guilty, and there's a court system, there's a judicial system that's out there to judge people, to try people, and there are jurors and stuff like that. Leave it to the judicial system. Leave it to that. Leave it to the judges. Leave it to the jurors. Leave it to the lawyers. Don't try to, you know, say that someone is guilty without having all the proof, without knowing everything. Anybody can say anything. And the way how the authorities handle that, how they went into his apartment, his houses, and raid and all of that, and how they handled his children and stuff like that. Trust me, it wasn't too much. I think it was too much. It was too harsh. It was really, really too harsh. And I'm just saying, you guys, just use your own discernment, use your own judgment. Look at everything. Look at all the years. Look at, her relationship. Was she sad in the relationship? She was a grown woman. No one forced her to stay in the relationship. Now she leave the relationship, she sued him, and she got all the money, and now she went back. And, so obviously there's some vendetta there. She's trying to bring him down. I don't know. Like, just really, really look into it. Look into it. She enjoy all that life being with him, and then everybody else is coming out of the woodwork with some lawsuit. But I really want to show him some compassion, because I think the internet has been so brutal. Nobody is, being compassionate. Everybody is like, yeah, let me just, rip him in a hole. Let me just dig a bigger hole for him. Let me just, dig a deeper hole and just bury him right now. Come on, people. Come on, people. Sometimes the time we take to try to bury someone, let's just uplift them. Let's send them some positive, vibration, some positive energy. Let's send them some light. So I feel real compassion for that. Before I was like, oh, going to the juicy and the gossip and stuff like that and feeling like, oh, but deep down inside of me, I felt compassion for him. I felt compassion, and this is the reason why I was talking about that on this show, because no one else was showing him compassion in the sign. The whole world, even 50 Cent, was just talking a bunch of crap, and he was coming at his, his baby mama and stuff like that. Like, who talks about their baby mother like that and call him, oh, some little whatever that he said? I don't even want to mention it, because I think that was so degrading, so disrespectful, and this is what I'm talking about. Black men, like, come on. How can you talk about your baby mother like that? He's just acting like a freaking child right now. So childish. So childish. I don't know how anybody what you're showing, support him and stuff like that. He's like a big old child right now. But anyways, I really want to show Diddy some compassion, and I really want to know what you think, like your true feeling without all the noise on the internet. What do you think about everything that was said? All these lawsuits, how the authorities handle his children, how, let's have a discussion on the comment. Just right here, you're free to say how you feel. You don't have to hide how you feel. And that's what this channel is about. That is what this show is about. Girl chat. That's what I am about. Allowing people freedom to speak their mind and say how they really feel without jumping on the bandwagon and feel like you have to say whatever other person is saying. You don't. You have a mind. You have an opinion. Say how you feel without feeling like you're led by others, because I felt like everybody was just saying the same thing and everybody was just enjoying it a little too much. I was enjoying it a little bit because I was on the internet, but when I went back into myself and I started to think about it, I'm like, this man needs some support. He needs some compassion. Let's have some freaking compassion. This is somebody's life. This somebody's life that has been ripped apart. He spent years, decades building his life, and we just want to tear him down, even the authorities. Or they're handling things like they just want to tear him down, they just want to bring him down without any solid proof. Without any solid proof. So let the system handle it. Let's not bury him. Right? Just give him a slap. Cut it some slap, man. Alright, so let me just take a little sip. Oh, whether it's spelled. But anyways, let me take a little sip. So now I want to talk about interracial marriages and relationships. Trying to get into that dating scene or back into the dating scene that I still myself. And trying to date. I find that there's a lot of people now, men and women, but mostly men, white men, Caucasian men, European men dating black girls. I didn't know that it was so prominent. In 2024, back in the days when I was younger, I tried to date online and, interracial marriages and interracial relationships. But fast forward to 2024, I realized that it's very, very prominent. A lot of these, couples or girls, they're starting up YouTube channel, and that's the thing right now. And everybody is, interracial and stuff like that. So I'm just saying that to say, if you want to date somebody outside of your race, outside of your culture, outside of your ethnicity, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's not back in the days when, people are so judgmental. I think I see somewhere where, when they discover saying that they're still facing racial slurs and stuff or racial harshness. But I'm saying if you something that you're interested in doing, go ahead and do it. Date around. It's so good to date in different cultures and different races because there's so much to learn, so much to gain from all of that. I am Jamaican and I've been dating Jamaican man for a while. Yes, I've been in the US and stuff like that. But for me, it's the same. So now I want to experience something different. I'm in my 40s now and I'm exploring myself. I'm exploring different culture. I'm exploring different races. And I'm exploring myself too. So now I want to try something else, just to see what else is out there. We don't want to be in the same culture, in the same community, dating the same people. We can date outside of a race and it's okay. And we don't have to look at other people's relationship in envy or jealousy because it can happen to us too. If someone else can find a white man or a white woman or a black woman or whatever to marry or to be in a relationship with, from anywhere in the world, you too, I too, can find that sort of thing. So we don't have to watch, in envy and jealousy. There are plenty, dating sites that, you might have to pay a little money and stuff like that, but it allows us to date outside of our race, to date the world. I can sit in my living room and date the world, and that I'm enjoying that I can date, outside of my country, outside of my culture, just by sitting in my living room and dating people from different parts of the world and meeting people. And that's the thing about the internet. That's a beautiful thing about the internet and the ways how we can use it. The beautiful thing, you can meet people, sit in your living room and live vicariously and meet people all over the world, chat with people, learn something about a different race, different culture, different background. There's so much to learn, so much. And then you have all these different shows now. Netflix have Love is Blind, and it's all over the world. It's in Japan, it's in Sweden, and you're seeing that people are now dating and they do it in such a way that you don't see the person, but you just get fall in love, and it doesn't matter what the color is. You're not looking at the body type, you're not looking at the face, you're not looking on, the race. You're just trying to connect with the person. So this is just a beautiful thing, and I wanted to, talk about it because, like I said, I am exploring that option. I'm exploring that world of dating, so it's a beautiful thing, and I just wanted to shed a little light on it. I love seeing, these, women and men, or these couples in their interracial relationship and how they interact and how they live, and it's so different, and it's so much joy, and they're so loving, and they look like they're in love, and I even started a playlist, of interracial dating. So if you all So you watch this video, you all can just check out the playlist on my page, and yeah, there's a lot going on there. And I have, like I said, a playlist with interracial couples. If you're into interracial marriage and relationship and you're trying to date somebody outside of your race, I have that playlist, and you all can go and watch those videos and see, the different videos and the different channels that I am interested in. So we've come to the end of another episode of Girl Chat with your super talented host Jolie. Remember to subscribe and let's have a discussion in the comments. Tell me how you feel about the Diddy saga, how you feel about interracial, marriage. Are you happy to see that, it's becoming more prominent, more popular, with less critique and judgment and stuff like that? Because I'm super happy about it. And Anais, if you know her and if you feel so compassionate towards her like the way I do, or how I'm feeling, you can just drop some comment. Let's have a discussion in the comments and talk about these things. Let's just leave it some love and light now. It's a tough world. There's so many things that's happening, and we cannot afford to just dwell on the negativity.